Welcome to Missologist. I'm about to bastardize a pink lady. I'm going to teach you about egg whites today. Now you may have seen cocktails with egg whites. Whiskey sour commonly has egg whites. There are like a multitude of others that sometimes have egg whites, sometimes don't. A lot of people are afraid of the egg whites, but you don't need to be. And the reason you don't need to be, at least from my knowledge, is because the eggshell is where everything resides, right? So as long as you don't get eggshell in your egg white, you're gonna be fine. And also the egg white is very creamy. It adds this just delicious cloud-like texture to cocktails. It looks really cool. It's delicious. Now there are vegan alternatives. There's aquavit. So aquavit is the juice from our can of garbanzo beans. I personally haven't tried it. I've seen other mixologists on YouTube try it, and they all say that it tastes like those beans. Hold on, my dog's trying to steal cake. Don't do it. How I'm bastardizing this classic cocktail is I'm using sloe gin instead of London dry gin. The reason being is I have sloe gin. I do not have London dry gin right now. Honestly, it doesn't really matter because the point, again, is to show you how to use egg whites to make a cocktail. It's not really about, making it right. I will give you the recipe for a real pink lady, but I mainly want to show you how to use egg whites in cocktails. So, to make a pink lady, so you take your gin, and like I said, you would normally use London dry, but ooh, that smells really good. We're doing it with sloe. And you would do 2 shots of the sloe. I'm actually gonna do, of the gin. I'm gonna do 1.5. And this is the reason why you normally use London dry as well, is that we'll be adding grenadine, and grenadine makes it pink. And so with the sloe gin, it's not going to turn out pink. And that's okay, again, because I'm just showing you how to use egg whites, so it doesn't really matter, but just so you know, pink lady actually is pink normally. Okay, so now I'm squeezing my lemon. And you're gonna want about 3/4 ounce of lemon juice if possible. If you don't quite get there, you have a little too much. And take the grenadine and put 1/2 ounce in. Okay, so now we get to the egg white part. So sometimes I don't do this over the actual mixer, just in case I get eggshell in here. I'm gonna try doing it over the shaker. So you just do what you normally do with an egg when you separate it. You try to break it in half, and you juggle the parts and get the egg white in there, right? You just keep doing that. Sometimes you might get some egg yolk. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so I think I just got some egg yolk in there. I'm not sure, but again, not the end of the world. Okay, so now what we do with our egg white in there, and I will say this part's hard, so if you make a mess, don't feel bad. It's difficult to do this, but what we're gonna do is dry shake. And what that means is that there's no ice in here when I'm shaking. It's just the ingredients that are in the cocktail with no ice. And that's why you really want to hold it down really well, because otherwise it will fly off and make a mess. So, like that. Okay, but hopefully, yeah, good. It's very pretty and fizzy. So now we add our ice cubes after you dry shake. And then you shake again. About 3 or 4 ice cubes to my lovely concoction. We're trying to do 3 ice cubes. 2. Take my chances. Okay, so we have 3 ice cubes now, and we put our top back on, and now it'll seal because it has ice in it, so that's nice. Now we're gonna shake it again with the ice. Okay. You don't really have to shake it long because you already shook it, and so the ice is really just to dilute and make it cold, so don't worry too much. Now we're gonna pour it in. Now what should happen theoretically is the egg white should be at the top and create a very nice foamy sort of look to this, which is what it's doing, so that's good. Sometimes it takes a while to get all of it out though. But it's very pretty. This is what it'll end up looking like. Again, this is not what a pink lady would normally look like. Normally it would be lighter because you would be using a clear London dry gin. But you can see the effect, right? You have this gorgeous red color at the bottom, and then you've got the foam on the top, and that's what the egg white does. Not only tastes really good, but is very pretty. And I would say if you're serving and people will not be drinking them for a while, the egg whites can get a little gross smelling. They start to smell like sulfur. So you're gonna wanna spritz some lemon juice on top or something like that. So, you know, you can actually just take something like a lemon you just squeezed and just try to get some more juice from it. Or, you know, cut off a piece of it, of the whole entire rind and everything, and sort of squeeze that over so you get the lemon oil. That works too. So let's try our weird slow gin thing that we made. I really like that. Wow. It's obviously different from a normal pink lady, but I really like how this turned out. It's good. So I guess, you know, we've created our own cocktail today. Probably should give it some kind of name, but I don't know what that is, so I'll have to think about that. But I do like it. I don't think that using slow gin messed it up. I think it's really tasty, and it's beautiful with the egg white. So I would call this a success, a successful experiment overall. Yeah, so anyway, that's how you use egg whites in cocktails. Let me know if you tried it, or you know, if you want to try the slow gin one or whatever, what the name of this should be, because I have no idea. Cheers!